the fire that turns thought into destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when wisdom doesn't arrive as noise. It arrives as recognition. Not when you are curious, not when you are entertained, but when you are finally ready to listen. That's when a teacher appears. For many people, that teacher came quietly through the life and work of a man named Napoleon Hill. When the teacher appears, Napoleon Hill didn't start as a perfect man. He wasn't born rich. He wasn't born powerful. He was a seeker. Early in his life, he was given an unusual task by one of the most powerful industrialists of his time to find out why some people succeed again and again, while others struggle no matter how hard they work. It sounded simple. It wasn't. For more than 25 years, Hill studied human success. He spoke with inventors, leaders, builders of empires, not to admire them, but to decode them. And what he discovered changed everything. The truth that shook him. Success had nothing to do with luck, nothing to do with background, nothing to do with intelligence alone. It began in one place only: the mind. Not effort without direction, not talent without belief, but thoughts backed by fire. Hill realized that people who won in life shared something invisible, a clarity of desire so strong it pulled them forward even when everything said stop. Desire, the first spark. Every great achievement starts with desire. Not a casual wish, not a polite hope, but a burning decision that says, this is what I want. And I will not negotiate with doubt. People fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack definite purpose. Vague goals create wandering lives. Clear desires create momentum. When a person knows exactly what they want, their mind begins to work for them instead of against them. Faith. Seeing. Before. Seeing. Hill learned something strange yet powerful. The mind does not know the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is actually experienced. When you see yourself winning repeatedly, your subconscious accepts it as true. And once the mind believes, the body follows. Faith in this sense is not religion. It is confidence rehearsed until it becomes natural. Programming the mind. Your mind is always listening. Every fear you repeat becomes instruction. Every excuse you accept becomes law. Every doubt you rehearse becomes identity. Hill taught that those who succeed speak their goals into existence, not to impress others, but to train themselves. You do not rise to your hopes. You fall to your programming. Imagination, the workshop of reality. Before something exists in the world, it exists in the mind. Every invention, every business, every movement. Those who lack imagination follow paths already built. Those who use it create new roads. Ideas are raw material. Imagination gives them shape, decision, and persistence. Here's a hard truth Hill discovered. Successful people decide quickly. Unsuccessful people hesitate endlessly. Procrastination doesn't scream. It whispers. And quietly, it steals destinies. But decision alone is not enough. Persistence is what separates the almost from the achieved. Most people quit right before clarity, right before momentum, right before the breakthrough. Persistence is standing firm when logic tells you to retreat. The power of aligned minds. No one succeeds alone. Hill discovered that when two or more minds unite around a clear purpose, something powerful is born. Confidence multiplies. Ideas accelerate. Belief becomes contagious. Your environment matters. Your circle matters. Who you listen to shapes who you become. Leadership begins within. Leadership is not position. It is behavior. Before you lead others, you must lead yourself. True leaders serve before commanding. Share credit. Build belief in others. Authority may force compliance. Influence creates loyalty. Failure, the disguised teacher. Failure is not mysterious. It usually comes from lack of purpose. delay in decision, negative influences, weak discipline. Failure is not a curse. It is feedback. And feedback, when accepted, becomes fuel. The final truth. Napoleon Hill returned again and again to one central idea. Thoughts become things, not overnight, not magically, but through disciplined thinking, focused desire, and relentless action. Life does not reward excuses. It responds to belief backed by effort. So here is the real question. What if the limits you accept are the only limits that exist? When you are ready. This story does not change lives instantly. It changes minds first. And when thinking changes, decisions change, actions change, destiny changes. Maybe these words wouldn't have reached you before. But if they reached you now, then perhaps the teacher has appeared. And the rest is up to you.